Well, good morning, YouTube. It's in the morning, it's very cold, and I'm decided that I'm gonna make collard greens today. This is one of my raised bed gardens, and this is collard greens. And like I said, it's now January 13th, and the ones in the back there didn't do so well, but these are a good winter hardy plant. So this is spinach. It didn't do so well, and I haven't really done much to maintain it, but that's okay. We got plenty of collard greens, and we're gonna harvest some today to cook for dinner tonight. Now you can either choose to cut them one by one. I'm just gonna cut the big ones, see what happens. This is my first time growing. Well, this is my second season, but this is my first time growing during the winter. You can either cut them with clippers, or you could just go ahead and reach down to the bottom of the leaf, whatever you're wanting to pick, and just pick the whole thing like that, and that should be okay. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back with you guys. I didn't really think it would amount to much. I didn't know how well these would do in the wintertime, but they seem to actually be doing pretty well. I'm proud of my garden. We worked hard for it, and mainly me, but my wife does help sometimes. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all these big leaves off of here so we get enough. These things, when you cook them, they shrink down to nothing, so had to go get me something to sit on. My knees aren't as young as they used to be. So here we go. As you can see, I'm not using the cutters. It's kind of like how you can do lettuce, like a cut and come again type method. You just want to take the whole plant like this, find the middle of it. It's called the crown, and then you just want to kind of pinch around that. You don't have to do it one at a time, but I've only got one hand available right now, since I'm showing you guys. But anyway, that little crown right there, you want to leave that. And I think that this stuff will grow back if it's not too cold, I guess. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever grown this stuff through the winter time, so we'll see what happens. If not, we'll have one good pot of collard greens from the garden. We don't have to worry about Ebola or E. coli or whatever that stuff is that they sell at the supermarket that kills you or gets you sick or whatever. We don't have to worry about that stuff, and I love that freedom. That's why I like the garden. I'm back. I had to go inside for a little bit. My feet were cold, and my battery had died on my cell phone, so I don't even know what kind of coverage I lost. But I mean, you pretty much get the point in this. Point of this harvesting. It is January 13th, so I'm pretty happy about the collards that I've gotten. This is what I got out of the garden today. See, I kind of picked all the big leaves off and left a little bit, just so any sun that these do get, maybe they'll regenerate. I'm not sure. We'll see, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick the rest of the big leaves off that back row. They didn't do as well as this front row because the sun comes up over there and then goes over the sky like this. So it's important, if you're gonna garden, that you know that before you set your garden up. Not too bad for being January 13th. We didn't get too bad of a harvest, and I think that'll make a decent pot for us. Collard greens and hammock, and I'm gonna walk you guys through that as well. So anyway, this is what we got. I am gonna pick the big leaves off the back row as well, and maybe these will regenerate. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever grown anything in the wintertime. I changed my mind. I went ahead and picked the leaves off of these back ones also. And another thing I want to add is seed leaves like this. You're gonna get a few of these. I'm just gonna leave those down with the leaves to compost for next year. This is actually my corn bed during the summer, so corn takes a lot of nutrients from the soil, So it's definitely important that you replenish that before the next season. So anyway, I'm gonna do this other side over here, and then I'll get back to you guys with the rest. These are collard greens. Now these are smashed down. This bucket would be way over full if they weren't. But that's pretty good. I don't have to worry about salmonella or E. coli or Ebola, whatever it's called. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna take this stuff in the house, and I think I'm gonna wrap this video up with just the harvest part, and then I'm gonna make the video on the recipe later on. So here's my winter garden. This is kale. It's not doing so well now, but it was really nice all up until just about probably a week ago. It's gotten really cold. Anyway, it needs to be harvested as well. I was gonna go ahead and put it in with this stuff, the collards, but I think we'll do okay. These are, let's see, I got a little tag, Long Island Brussels sprouts in the front there, and then the Copenhagen market cabbage in the back. Now, the vegetables didn't fully develop on these, but I'm okay with eating just the leaves. They're pretty good. Just like with our salad, all year long we had all those in the back are all salad varieties. I think there's 7 different type here. You can see the little tags there. There's only 5 for winter, but we had 7 during the summer, and it was great. We never actually got a head of lettuce, but we grow a lot of things like romaines and ruby red and stuff like that. And when you do the pick and cut and come again, basically you just leave that middle crown like I did with the collard greens, and it comes back all season. I've been getting salads since we started growing last year in February, around February, March, and it's just been really gratifying. I like growing. I like doing my garden. It's a lot of work, but it is worth it. I don't have to worry about you know, the stuff at like stores where you buy your vegetables and stuff like that, stuff getting recalled and you know, potentially deadly viruses being in your refrigerator. This season I'm going to be planting probably in about a month and a half. I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready indoors with my plants. And those in the middle are carrots. We did a couple varieties of carrots. None of them really did well because I waited too late to grow them, but I know for next year. And back there are radishes. We had French breakfast radishes and the red scarlet radishes. The French breakfast radishes are really sweet. They're good. And the red scarlet radishes are kind of spicy, and they're good as well, but my wife doesn't really like them that much. This is all of our mint. That started off with one plant, believe it or not. And it just kind of, well, I kind of split it and took leaves or took stems and grew them in water, and then replanted them and all that. So, and all back there are my strawberries. This is a blueberry trellis, but it's pretty much gone for the winter. Well, it is gone, not pretty much, but it's gone. That's an avocado. Gardening is a live and learn experience. It's gratifying, really, to know that you can put food on the table and bring it in, have the freedom to go out to your garden and harvest whenever you want, and know that the stuff that you put into your garden, whether you use fertilizer or not. I try not to. I very seldomly ever do. And it's just nice to know that you know what goes into it, and you know that you're not going to have any Ebola or E. coli, whatever it's called, coming into your house, going into your children's mouths, or your family and friends, people you care about. So consider gardening. It's really gratifying. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a comment down below if you have any video ideas for me or anything like that, and please subscribe. I'm looking for 1,000 subscribers. I got I think Excuse me. It's cold out here, so my nose is starting to run. But I think I've got 27 subscribers. I need 973 more. So please subscribe, share with your friends. Please comment, like, and all that. Please watch the videos all the way through as well. YouTube analyzes all that stuff, and please do so. Thank you. God bless you guys, and have a great evening.